I'm looking at the way we have opened here, and obviously we're in wait-and-see mode for later this afternoon. But the banks, for example, are placing their bets on what's going to happen today, and that's nothing. That Jay Powell's not going to announce anything really substantive about tapering, but all the banks are down off the open. They've been down this week. They've been down this month.
All right, here's what. Remember Treasury Secretary Rubin? So I interviewed him when I was at Street.com, trying to make news, okay? He starts the interview by saying, I want to tell you right now, nothing I say is making news. On air, on record, nothing. So if you even say for a moment that there's new news here, I'm going to dispute that. So I want to repeat again, there is nothing in this interview that really matters. It's not going to change anything. And if you say that I've changed my mind, I will discredit you.
But you're saying that even if he comes out today, Jay Powell, and says, we acknowledge that we're talking about tapering, that's not new news, that they put it on the table. Yes, we are talking about it, but we still have a long way to go before we actually get to that point.
Are they supposed to just sit there and talk about the nets?
I mean KD's performance last night was epic. You think he didn't watch that?
He talks about KD. I too think that there is an issue here, which is that to admit that you're talking about it, the only way to combat that is to say this is not news. I admit we're talking about it. This is not news. We've thought about it. This is because you see when the hecklers, also known as the reporters, go after him, of which I've already said, just cut it to 4 or 5 people, Jay. Enough. I mean, not everyone. Draw straight. Have a little lottery.
Leisman.
Well, it's whatever. But just pick 5 names out of a hat, okay? And those are the only 5. Because, I mean, really, Jay, don't you have better things to do than sit there and take the same question over and over? I feel bad for Jay. He's kind of locked in, but he ought to say at the beginning. I'd like to just say, as Jim Cramer told me to say, that would make my head so big I couldn't get through the door, but I would like that.
We'd have to take down the plexiglass around this thing.
Absolutely. As Jim Cramer told me to say, nothing I say is news. So if you say it's news, no, I'm not kidding. He has to say it. He can leave my name out of it. I'm happy to give it to Jay because I like him so much.
Okay, so what's the post-Fed playbook based on what you just said, that really nothing's going to happen?
Well, then I think that there'll be people who say, I've got to go buy the industrials. He's giving you a green light to buy the free ports of the world. Chinese trying to fight you on that.
Chemicals?
Oh, my chemicals, yes. I have Lyondell on tonight. One of the reasons I want them on is because that's the quintessential stock to buy. If you believe that he says, look, nothing I say, Steve, is deviant from what I've said before.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.